Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
You're
it.
gonna do the thing in the thing.
What's the biggest lesson learned for you guys from being on the road?
All right, Chris, take it first.
Gives you time to think.
No, I got mine.
It's like perspective, like what we were talking about is, it's always somebody that's gonna have it worse. Like something goes wrong, but it's like you can get upset about it. It's how you react to it. It's like I can be upset, I can be sad about it, or I can learn from it. I can, I mean, a few months ago, I was dumped like on the road, and I was like sad at first, and I was like, it just like opens your it's like I could be sad about it, or I could look what I'm doing. Like I'm literally traveling the country, living in a just,
childhood dream.
Yeah, like, and I was like, it's just how you look at things, and I think perspective is huge, and just how you react to things. And
yeah, that's awesome. That's a really good point for sure.
Yeah.
What are you, Mike? Oh, he had it. Sure.
I'm gonna give you two answers. One, or yeah, okay. I'll give you two answers because I think I really want to key in on the people part. For me, I've really enjoyed simplicity. I've really enjoyed just realizing, and I'm not gonna I still have my struggles. I still have my days that I think the word happiness is very happiness comes and goes, as you know, but I guess overall joy. I'm like realizing that I don't need a lot to be joyful. And I want to key in, I still have my struggles, and I'm still, I have my good days, I have my bad days, but realizing that I don't need certain materialistic item, that joy to be present, is one of the most. It has changed my whole perspective. Even in Banff, you and I, Banff, the town, is very touristy. There's a lot of shops, all the Banff stuff. I haven't bought a piece of clothing so long. Dude, I used to freaking dress up in Polo Ralph Lauren in high school, and I thought I was the man.
Chris.
I got best dressed as my senior superlative. Okay? That's all you need to know.
Okay.
So, what I'm trying I have just really enjoyed. I had a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee, black rims, white look, and I was like, oh yeah, sick Jeep. Dude, I have been so disconnected from materialistic items, and that alone has been so freeing. My girlfriend and I were looking at tiny homes, in the future. And yes, I have a girlfriend from being on the road. It's crazy. She's a freaking rock star. She supports it. And she's awesome, and I love her. But just this lens of I don't feel like I need these materialistic items, and again, that kind of goes back to why I was able to walk away from the money that I was once making, because I was I don't need it. Yeah. I Chris and I are talking I want to be at a point where I could just be so generous with my money, and just feel like I'm making an impact in people's lives. Man, I got everything I need. I got my dog. I got my bus. I got my food. Other than that, I don't really need a whole lot. And so I really enjoyed the simplicity aspect. And just I feel like that's just been so freeing. The white picket fence, the big house, all that is a bunch of fluff to me. I don't care for it. I just really have enjoyed. We shower at Planet Fitnesses. We just
days we don't shower.
we keep it simple. And one of the things that's been on our board that kind of has been a motto that we try to live by is fill your life with experiences, have stories to tell, not things to show. And that's how I want to live my life. And that's why it's so hard to summarize everything, because I have so many stories of so many people that have poured into my life, and so many things that I've experienced and felt and all that stuff. It's that is awesome. I want to be able to tell my grandkids, my kids about all the time I lived in a bus and I met so-and-so, and how let's ride this thing out. Let's be 50 years old, drinking around a fire and talk about how we met. That to me is so awesome. So the second part of this is more outward focused, but realizing that okay, there's 7 billion or 8 billion people in this world. There's going to be some bad eggs, right? There's going to be some people that are going to, you know, we're cluttered with media and news that is a lot of negative, unfortunate things that happen in this world that really make you really think. And it's like, damn. But man, the amazing encounters that I've had with people, with people pouring into my life and just knowing that there's so many good freaking people in this world, man, it's given me so much perspective. You would think, right, with over 400 days on the road, that I've had all of these like negative experiences with people that I've come across. I have nothing but good things and great stories to share about people and how genuine and how much humility and just how much people care. You know, I have one story that I've always gone back to that always puts like just like generosity and really just poured into my life. I was in Oregon last summer, riding in the Jeep solo, and I was at a Planet Fitness. And in Oregon at the time, unfortunately, there were no public shower use being allowed. And it had been like 5 days. I think it had been the longest time since I last showered. It was very smoky at the time, and I was like at a point where I was like depleted because I think it had already been like 85 days on the road. And at this point, I bought a 1986 travel trailer, so I was living out of a trailer. And so I met this gentleman in the parking lot. We just started small talking, you know, and he saw like, I think my Pennsylvania driver's plate or whatever it was. Again, man, I'm traveling, but unfortunately, you know, I just came here to shower and they didn't have any showers. So he's like, well, listen, man, like if you need anything, let's exchange numbers. And I hope you know that like you can, you know, feel comfortable, come on over. You know, we have a guest shower, we have all this stuff that you can use. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's exchange numbers. So that night, I think I slept at Lowe's. I wasn't going to text them right away, but like, hey, man, like, remember that conversation? Like, can I use your shower?
Yeah.
But I let it resonate, and I just let it, like, I wasn't going to go out of my way and ask him. But the next day, he texted me, and he's like, hey, man, like, just so you know, like, I really want to, like, invite you over. Like, I know life on the road can be hard. If you need anything, please know that we would love to, you know, offer you whatever you need. And I'm like, hey, this, you know, people are good motto, that mentality has always proven me and has always done wonders in my life. And I can be very trusting, but I also, it's never lead me kind of in the negative direction. It's always done more good than bad. So what I did was I went over there, stranger. Most people be like, dude, you're crazy. Why are you going to this guy's house? You don't even know. Like, no, like I was able to like read him enough where like I felt comfortable. I need a shower, so I'm gonna go get a shower. So next thing you know, I meet up with him at his place. Beautiful. I needed a shower so dang bad. It was amazing. So I get done, and he's like, yo, like, why don't you spend the night? Like, no more sleeping at Lowe's. If you need anything, like, we got you. And I want you to meet my wife and my kids. And again, this is a guy that I met at a Planet Fitness and just casually. And now I'm meeting his wife. I'm giving a trailer tour to his kids, and I can see their eyes just like light up, and they're playing with Bailey. And I'm like, man, this is what it's all about. Like 4 days later, I hung out with them. We got beers together. We went out for coffee together. I'm playing basketball with the kids. I'm having home-cooked dinner meals with their family.
Oh, man, I bet that was great.
I'm like, and I just remember kind of sitting at the table, looking around, and being like, this is it. Like, these are the reasons why I left my Atlanta apartment, for experiences like this that I would never get in a million years at home. But here I am, 2,000 miles away from home, with a family that has taken me in as one of their own. I'm having such good, genuine conversations, and we're just talking about life, and just like the hardships and the good, and talking about our faith and all the things that just like really matter. I think culturally we have surface level conversations, right? Hey, how are you? Good. And that's fine. Like, but when you get to, and that's one of the things that I realized, that we're cut from the same cloth, is we all genuinely love having these conversations about more contextual stuff than just the surface level stuff. And that's what I love. That's why I love kind of having this. So just realizing that people are good, man. I've had so many experiences. I had one time in Vegas, this gentleman paid for all of my groceries. It was probably because I look like a bum. But like, I'm like, listen, man, I do not need this blessing. I really appreciate it. And so I ended up passing it and, you know, helping out his church. But just these examples of like, people are good, you know, people are like, okay.
We're probably going to wrap it up. Do you guys want to say anything else before we wrap it up?
There's so much more. I don't know. I think just really keying in on like that uncomfortable, like, I don't know, that uncomfortable piece that we spoke about and embracing that. Like, it's changed my life. And then, you know, I could have taken the easy way out many times. I could have taken, you know, but the best thing I ever did was break through that comfort zone. And I think if more people can do it, I think you're only going to be more empowered on the other side. You know, and everything, like, it's empowering. Like, you learn so much. You figure out that, like, you can stretch yourself, like the mind, the body, all of those things that, like, I don't know. I just, like, everyone is capable of doing whatever they set their mind to.
Absolutely.
And you can do it. And for me, like, I hear it all the time. You're living my dream. Like, dude, I'm just a dude who followed through and was, like, willing to go through the noise and embrace all the stuff that comes with the pain points, you know. But yeah, I think people aren't willing to kind of, like, move certain parts of their life where it's like, okay, like, financially, I understand financial freedom is a huge means of doing so. And like preparing for that or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a bus. It could be a freaking signing up for a marathon, but just like, okay, what are you willing to sacrifice, right? Like, it's not going to be easy, but what are you willing to sacrifice to get you to where your goals are at? And I think if you're willing to move certain pieces around to get to where you want to be, you can do it. Like, don't make it just a dream. Yes, there's gonna, like, you have to be intentional. You have to plan. It's not going to happen overnight. But follow through, walk the talk. You can do it. And guess what? You'll be so much more thankful and proud of yourself knowing that you came out on the other side. Because guess what? When I now drive, it's like, wow, I had this, like, man, it all started off with just an idea. It all started off with me literally in my Atlanta apartment in bed thinking, man, there's got to be more to life. I gotta do something about it. And so here I am a year later, and my life has drastically changed. All because I embraced that unknown and I was willing to kind of just like see what happens. And I just only hope that more people can do the same.
Damn,
the slogan.
Deep. Yeah. So would you say
That's what makes you feel alive?
That's awesome. Love it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this clip and want to see more, click the link below or head over to our channel, like, subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you can stay up to date on the most current lessons learned content. See ya!